Alrighty, live streaming on a Thursday night, cruising into the business end of the week, just to say the weekend. Sorry, I was just switching off my phone and restarting it because it was fucking around. And it's the old IT fix, switch it off and switch it back on. I thought that might work. So, we'll see. I was just having very annoying shit with apps on my phone, and just because why not, I thought I'd try restarting it and see if that fixed things. I want to make a video tonight. I should make it sooner rather than later. I shouldn't drink because it involves using a big fucking knife. And this finger is only just recovering. And I wasn't drunk when I did that. I just slipped peeling a lemon and gashed myself in a way that significantly fucking hurt. I'm going to try and chop a pineapple, which I've never really done, and I'm probably really bad at. So I want it to be dark because I want my video to look pretty. And there's a pain in the ass thing with residual light. If I shoot, see, the human eye is much better at adjusting to different levels of light than a camera iris is. That fading light outside would look far too bright, I think. But I should put my fairy lights up while we're talking. Putting fairy lights up. Oh. All right, so this one for a start goes there. I'll put this one down here. Ooh, there's that one. Okay, that'll do. Well, I also need to plug them in or they won't turn on. Okay. Oh, come on. God damn it. Go. There we go. Lights. Over there. Don't like that one. That one's better. All right, we'll leave that for now. That will do for now. Yes, Chris, a little bit of daylight. It's going to keep getting lighter for about almost 2 months, in fact. We hit our longest day here around Christmas. So it's going to keep being light later and later in the live streams for the next couple months. Which is fine most of the time. Slightly annoying when I want to shoot videos and I like it to be dark behind me when I shoot it. But, c'est la vie, as the French are fond of saying, and would not get even slightly upset at me for pronouncing it that way. And yes, Chris, you must be heading towards your winter. They're in the Pacific Northwest where you get winter, if I'm right. It's my back scratcher. Fucking looking for this all day today and couldn't find it. Very annoying. Chris, you're in fallback this weekend. Gets dark at 3:45 p.m. In our darkest, you're at a very different latitude to me. Our darkest gets dark at about 5 p.m. And the latest it gets dark here, it's still not full dark at 9 p.m. I think that's post-sunset. I'm not sure what time our last sunset is. But, it doesn't go fully dark for a while after the official sunset. But yeah, at our longest days, it's still not fully dark at 9 p.m. Mind you, you could live somewhere really fucking weird, like London or Northern Europe, where the variety in their lengths of days goes from about, I don't know, 6 hours in the middle of winter to like 18, 19 hours in summer. It's just wild. That's where I found a little bit of trivia. The movie 28 Days Later, the opening shot with Cillian Murphy coming out of his hospital and the streets of London are empty. How did they do that? Well, they shot it at like 4 a.m, but there's a time of year when it's light at 4 a.m. So they got licensed to shut the road off for 30 minutes. Which is very eerie. Yeah, you could convincingly computer generate empty streets of London now. But they did it for realsies. So Chris, at the moment it's just you and me, buddy. How you doing? It's a bit intimate. Just the two of us chatting. I like it a lot. An intimate chat. Lots of rain in Portland. You are renowned for it. So Chris, your shortest day, sunset 3:45. Latest is almost 10 p.m. See, yeah, you're closer to the friggin' pole than we are. Different story in Tasmania. Way different story in when you go up north. Their longest days, because they're much closer to. They're not that far from the equator. Oh no, wait, that's not how it works. My friggin' brain just. No, the closer you get to the equator, the less difference there is in the length of your days. Like, theoretically, there's a point right on the equator where it's just 12 hours day, 12 hours night. God, I just got that completely backwards. It's Tasmania where they have a bigger difference between the shortest day and the longest day. You get right to the poles. One of my favorite vampire films, 30 Days of Night, the Alaskan town that's in full night for 30 days. And some Eurotrash vampires have this great idea of, hey, those people are fucking cut off from the rest of the world and it's full dark for 30 days. We should just go there and it'll be like a 30-day smorgasbord for us. It's freaking great. That's a great movie. And it's kind of like when I heard the story that Stephanie Myers, who did Twilight, had never seen a vampire movie. Man, I wanted to strap her in a chair, Clockwork Orange style, just strap her down in a thing, holding her eyes open so she can't, holding her head in place so she can't look away. Little things holding her eyes open so she can't close her eyes, and make her watch 30 Days of Night, which is among the more violent vampire movies that I've seen as well. And it's creepy as fuck. But I think that would well and truly fuck her up. But you know, Chris, you see, okay, I've never seen Twilight. It's just when I read that she'd never seen a vampire movie, that did my head in. Shieldsy, hello from the pass. I'm kind of intrigued as to what the pass is. I'm going to experiment with my lighting again tonight. I've been trying to. Can I do more dramatic lighting for my videos? I shot some last Friday, and the lighting was a mistake, and I thought it looked kind of shitty in editing, but I didn't want to shoot them again, so I just fucking used them. So if you want to see a video where that I think looks kind of shit, look at the videos I'm uploading this week on my cocktail channel. I had to seriously improvise. Toma, hello. Love to stay and listen. Got to get to work. Thank you for just dropping in for a moment to hear me. I hope to catch you another time. Should yeah, 7 p.m. for you. Yes. Because in God's country, they don't believe in daylight saving. And Robot Man Greg and Safa, hello to both of you. Yeah, this is the time of year where Australia just splinters and there's like 6 time zones. Normally there's 3 time zones just because we're a big fucking country. But we've hit the time of year where it just splinters, and I think there's actually 6 time zones. Very hard for people in other parts of the world to know what time it is in Australia about now. Safa, I did read that story about the live bullet and the russet being from the disgruntled worker. Look, nothing's impossible, but that story was put about by the person who would be criminally responsible for the death of the person who was killed on set. So, until there's a proper investigation, take it with a grain of salt, is what I'm saying. Safa, Russia is 9 tons. Yeah, well, Russia's fucking huge. Hellion, hello, Kirsten. Ooh, what is your new fave, Kirsten? I'm always intrigued because that could be literally anything. I don't know the topic. Once I know the topic, then I want to know what it is that's your fave. And I have serious questions to ask you as well, you being my source of knowledge of things distilled in Australia. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, if you found a new favorite beverage. If you have, I'm going to be very keen to hear about that as well. Oh, my shirt. Isn't this good? Martini shirt. This is another of my new shirts, first time out. We got shaker, jigger, and martini glass. I do like this one. This is very nice. So, yeah, I've still got a few shirts that I haven't shown off in the stream. And like I said, there's 5 more to arrive sometime in the next couple of weeks. Who knows? It's just like mystery Christmas for me. Yes, I do like this one. It's a nice color. It's a nice design. I'll probably have martini. Okay, Kirsten, important question. Important question number 1. What's your view on barrel-aged gins? I ask this because I'm right about to order some more things, and I think I'm due to get the Mediterranean gin from Steve the bartender, which is apparently very good in martinis, which is like the main thing I want gin for. And I think I'm doing my normal thing. Like I should get a second thing just to make the postage worthwhile. And they have a couple of limited edition ones on their website, and one is a barrel aged gin. So I'm keen, and of course you've probably not had that specific one, the 3-fold barrel age, but I'm interested in your view on barrel aged gins. And yes, Safa, on a very happy note, that little girl Cleo in Western Australia, found alive and safe, was amazing. I just hope that she's. I don't even want to talk about with the potential darkness that she could have experienced. I'm just like, no, I found her. She's good. She actually seems really good. So she's a resilient kid. I hope she gets the proper care, and again, the proper treatment for potential post-traumatic stress disorder, deep-seated psychological trauma. Okay, Kirsten, that's an absolutely fair answer. Some are good, some are not good. Possible to tell they're up. Well, I don't know. I think 3-fold is pretty good. I was kind of tossing up because they do a limoncello as well. At the moment, I don't have a limoncello. I have a limecello. I have a mandarin cello. I even have a grapefruit cello, but I don't have a limoncello. And so I think if I'm going to get their Mediterranean gin and something else, I was kind of thinking getting limoncello, but I thought their barrel-aged gin looked interesting. All right, let's see. Okay, now the other question is an Archie question because I want to know when the honey liqueur is going on sale. It's still... Oh, Kirsten, you think get the limoncello. Okay, cool. Okay, well, that's a good tip. I want to know when the Archie's honey spirit, it's not a liqueur, it's a spirit, isn't it? It's a honey spirit, is going live, because I also got the email about the lime gin, and I thought, okay, well, that sounds good. But I want to, only pay one lot postage. So I'll place an order. Yes, yeah. There is a significant lag between when I say something, when you hear it, and that's the collective you, and then when you put a comment and when I see the comment. So yes, Kirsten's kind of, it's not liqueur. No, it's not a liqueur. It's a spirit. It's a honey spirit. So yes, I'm kind. Oh, I guess a double Wednesday the 10th. Okay. Aha. I can wait till then. Okay. So I think I'm going to get that. And you don't have to tell me any secret information, but is anything else going to get announced before Christmas? Is my, because you've been putting out new and limited edition products at a rate of knots recently. I want to get the honey spirit, the distilled honey drink, and the new gin, was it summer lime or whatever they called it? That sounded really good. Same deal. I was thinking too. You know, the other thing I've often been thinking about getting from Archie is the white rye and unaged whiskey. So basically moonshine. I like unaged whiskies, actually. I've only got one at the moment. That's from the Byron Bay distillery. But if I'm not, I want to get that honey spirit, and be a question of, maybe order one other thing to make it worthwhile. And I got the email about that lime gin, which sounds good. Is it good? Sounds good. Sounds good. One more release on December 1. Oh, well, I don't want to wait that long. I don't want to. Okay. You don't have to let any secrets be on there. Okay. So yeah, lime gin sounds good. I might get that. Sunrise lime is banging. It sounded really good. Okay, sunrise lime. Okay, so on Wednesday the 10th, when the honey spirit goes live, I'm gonna get that and the sunrise lime then, because it did sound pretty good, and I do like citrus. I like citrus forward gins. Right, I'm going to set up some lights and shit here. I have an idea for something slightly different. Excuse me while I go on a little wander. I shan't be off camera long. Just saying to Mrs. Angry, it's interesting how often the Muppet Show theme comes into my head when I'm doing a live stream. Or at least I find it interesting. All right, there we go. It's free on Spirit products. See, that was the wrong thing to tell me, Kirsten. I was just going to buy 2 to save on postage. Kirsten, you're in love with the grower of the limes. Marmalade's apparently nice. Justin, hello. But, well, okay, I'm going to get them anyway, because the Sunrise Lime sounds really good. Even before you told me it was banging. I thought it sounded really good. And I want to get the honey spirit as well. So, okay, it's dark now. I'm going to make, and this is just very quick. I'm just doing an intro, and then I got to shoot some close-ups of me chopping up a pineapple. Yes, Justin, the Republicans generally seem to be doing quite well in state elections in the US. Probably because the Democrats suck balls and don't do anything to inspire people to vote for them. Whereas the Republicans have been whipped up with all sorts of insanity. That's what you got to compete with. All right, so got to switch on a couple lights. Definitely need to do this while I'm still comparatively sober. I've got things set up. All right, switch that on. Oh god, and I've calibrated the webcam for different lights, so I'm probably going to look super weird when I switch these lights on. All right, well that's friggin' great. There we go. Dramatic lights. Sorry, I'm just... All right. So, yeah, now I look really flared out and orangey. Oh, yeah, no, that's looking pretty dramatic there. So I've got a pineapple. Never really tried to chop up a pineapple. I'm probably going to hurt myself. Pineapple. Apparently, man, that smells good. That smells so pineapple-y. It smells really good. Apparently, there was a glut of pineapples because the biggest buyer of pineapples is cruises, and cruises aren't happening. So I got this for $2. The ones with the fronds were like $5. And I would like the fronds for cocktail garnishes, but not. I didn't want them, that much worth. Sorry, you can see where I just put the light. It's over there, but you can see the reflection of it there. So, can I do that? All right, now I need to see what this looks like on my video camera. So, okay, I'm going to be fucking about for a little bit. All right, sorry. Okay. All right, now that's pretty good. Let's... All right, what does that look like? All right. Oh, let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah, that's sort of dramatically lighting me. Sorry, I'm standing up. I'm out of shot. Shmali, hello. Happy Diwali. Oh, thank you. Okay, anyone on Twitch doesn't know who I'm talking to. It's my friend Shmali, old YouTube friend. She has an absolutely fantastic cooking channel on YouTube, actually. And she assures me I have got a good Diwali ambience going on. So I like that. And for those who missed it, Diwali, Festival of Light, celebrating the... It has slightly different meaning for different religious groups across the subcontinent. But I think it's broadly, it's like celebrating positive things, the triumph of reason over stupidity, and that sort of thing. But I also like the name Festival of Light. It actually has connotations with a very weird extreme right Christian group in Australia. But no, we don't. So yes. So that's why I call tonight's Diwali a very significant religious festival and cultural festival, which I thought I'd mark. So I am I need to zoom in a bit. Sorry, I'm just messing about a bit. I apologise for that, but is that right? Sorry, I'm just... This is what happens when you're a sort of solo show. I realise what I'm doing now. Sorry. Sorry, I just remembered a very old song about a one-man band, because that's basically what I am. Sorry, what's... Shmali, your channel is Foodies Hut, for those who want some really good Indian recipes. Very good. And I've been lucky enough to have Shmali cook me dinner one night. Very good. All right, so now I'm going to do my pineapple video. This is really just an introduction, so it won't take long. And then I'm going to try and chop up the pineapple, get a close-up of me chopping up the pineapple. I'll turn the camera around so you can see me do it. In case I horribly mutilate myself, you'll go, I was there the time Angry Ozzy chopped his fingers off. I forgot my audio recorder. It's just in the next room. I'll just go get it. Just take me a second. I'm back. I've got my audio recorder. All right. Okay, don't go into power save mode, camera. I'm just about to start. So my audio recorder to fire up. Okay, there's a very loud conversation happening in the next room. All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, that's gross. There's glue on this pineapple. Okay. G'day, cocktail lovers. I hope you've been keeping well. Look, we're in another one of my flamboyant cocktail shirts. Must mean it's casual in the kitchen time. And like other times I've done this is actually a bit of a project happening here. It's going to happen over more than one day. So you'll get to see more than one of my shirts. This revolves around a pineapple. Here in Australia, pineapples were suddenly very cheap. And I was told the reason is because most of the pineapples used to get sold to cruise ships. And of course, cruise ships haven't really started up yet. So there was a surplus of pineapples. So I got this for like $2. And I thought, I'm going to do stuff. And I talked with some of the other YouTubers who make cocktails. And I got a few ideas. So this video can basically be called, what can I do, or how many things can I do with this pineapple? The first thing I'm going to do is make a syrup. And then that'll take a day or so. And hopefully I'm not going to horribly injure myself as I attempt to cut the rind off this pineapple, because I've honestly never done that before. It's pretty straightforward what I'm going to do. If I successfully cut off the rind, then I'm going to put that in a bowl and cover it with sugar. In simple terms, I'm going to weigh the rind, and then I'll put double that weight in sugar, and then I will leave that for a day or so. The sugar will leach all the moisture out of the rind, and we'll get a pineapple syrup. And I will probably add a little water just to make sure the sugar is fully dissolved. But again, probably only half the volume of water that I did of sugar. For instance, if I do 100 grams of rind, I will cover it in 200 grams of sugar. And then depending how quickly it dissolves, I will add somewhere between 50 and 100 mils of water to end up with a pineapple syrup. All right, see, it's my intro. And now I'm going to try and record a close-up. And look, I'll switch the camera around so you can see me do this. So like I said, you get a front row seat if I mutilate myself. Won't that be fun? Won't that be fun? Right. So first thing, I'll move the laptop down here. Put this power cord here. Move that. All right. There's the other side of my kitchen. Check it out. Check it out. And the pineapple looks impressive, doesn't it? Just sitting there. Okay. So, all right. All right. Now, pineapple, sit there. Camera. We're going in for a close-up camera. So, here we go. Ooh. Try and square it up a bit. Zoom that. Adjust it. Move that. Move that. There we go. Actually, I think I want to go out a bit. All right. Now I'll get my biggest, sharpest knife because accepted wisdom is a blunt knife is more dangerous than a sharp knife. It's one of those ones that has an auto sharpen. So I just run it back and forth a few times on the sharpening stone. Zoom, zoom, zoom. There we go. All right, so first up, I want to cut off the ends. Oh yeah, that's happening. That is happening. This knife is the shit, man. All right, so I'll double check the framing. That's good, I think. Yep, all right. Now I'm going to try and cut this. Cut this stuff off. I think Young is Angry actually wants the meat of the pineapple. And most of what I'm doing is going to be about the rind. So there's a really gross bit there. What's that all about? Cut the gross bit out. It's like I'm like a surgeon cutting out a cancer. Alright. Whatever. Mutilate. Maybe I'll make some juice out of this. Anyway, that's super gross. Yuck. Alright. So, pineapple sliced. I didn't hurt myself. Sorry to disappoint. Don't know if anyone was running a book on whether or not I was going to hurt myself. Honestly, I thought it was a better than average chance. So, get rid of some pineapple rubbish. Alright, so this will just take a minute. I'm just going to cover it with sugar and then I'll be done. I think I'm going to do, wait, did I switch the camera on? I think I'm going to do raw sugar. I often do, when I'm doing syrups, I often do caster sugar. I think I'm going to do raw sugar. Get a bowl. Get a bowl. Oh. One bowl, people. One bowl, satisfied, righteous here. All right, so. Okay, scales, bowl, sugar. Which sugar will I use? That's caster sugar. That's caster. Oh, look, I've got a lot of raw sugar. I'm going to do raw sugar. So I think raw sugar might bring in more flavour as well. But it also looks like I might need to break up the raw sugar a bit. There we go. There we go. That's all right. So, all right, so put the bowl on there. I'm going to start shooting video again. Put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. All right. Start recording. Turn on the scale. Oh, what the fuck is it set to? Unit. Unit. Not fluid ounces, grams. That's what I want. All right, so got to weigh some of this rind. 111, 153, 190. That'll do. 190 grams of rind. Now, I just got to. Jesus, this is actually going to be a lot of syrup. It's nearly 400. All right. I'm going to take this up to over 500 grams anyway. The coconut. That'll do. All right. There you go. I actually used half the rind. All right. So see, now it's just in there. It's just sugar. And I don't know what the chemical, or yeah, it's a chemical process, I guess. Don't know what it's called. All right. But that's it for making video tonight, because all right, knife out of the way. All right, I'm back here now. Let me get this straight. Put the pineapple in sugar and you drink it all up. All right. I hope that wasn't like too boring or something. All right, let's get this happening again. And we're back. We're back. Is that Lemonheads? Christo want to take home. It's impractical. Can't dismantle essentially the phone. Okay. All right. So that's that shenanigans done with. And that sharp knife just whooshed straight through that pineapple. Very happy with that. You know what? I should chop up the pineapple a bit more. I'll just get a little chopping board. Come here, pineapple. Come here. All right. I've got to ask young Ms. Angry what she wanted to do with the pineapple. Yes, Chris, this is the normal. Oh, the plunderers. That I thought. Okay, as soon as you said Christo, I thought the only people I know who wrote a song about Christo were the plunderers, who were like an Australian sort of pop punk band from the 90s or 80s even. They wrote a tribute to the artist Christo, the guy who's famous for rapping things. Man, this knife fucking rocks, by the way. Incidentally, I did cut myself really badly with this at work once, because I took this knife into the office where I would make myself some food. I was chopping up vegetables and I slipped and just kind of sliced across the top of my thumb, like right down to the nail. And it just, because it was really sharp. It just went straight through and it didn't really hurt. But I don't know if you've ever cut yourself with a sharp knife. You get this weird cold feeling. At least I did. And then my brain went, man, you cut yourself. And then it started bleeding because it was this deep, clean cut. It just bled a lot. And then the person who was first aid officer found me bleeding in the kitchen. I was the subject of a trouble report, basically. You know, there was an incident in the kitchen. He wanted to take my sharp knife off me, and I said, no, you can't. Then I cut myself with it another time, and I managed to conceal it. I didn't tell him I'd cut myself because he would have taken my knife off me. That makes me sound weird. Does that make me sound weird? I feel like that makes me sound weird. I don't want him to take my knife off me. God, what happened then? Okay. So, yeah, we're back here. All right. Now, because I'm not going to be playing with sharp knives anymore. It's Thursday night. I feel like having another drink. I just mixed myself yesterday a new freezer martini because I emptied my freezer martini when I went to Abigail's for Halloween on Sunday night. So made a new freezer martini from scratch, and I haven't tasted it yet. So tonight's the night, as Rod Stewart said. Get myself a classy martini glass, because I'm a classy motherfucker. Freezer martini. Here we go. So I think this freezer martini has 5 sorts of gin and 2 sorts of vermouth in it. I don't think I put any bitters in it. Orange bitters actually goes nicely in a martini. I might. Ooh, that was a satisfying noise, wasn't it? Yeah, Chris, that's what I was saying. Don't take my knife, man. I might put a couple of dashes of orange bitters in here. That'll do for now anyway. And I'll mix it a little bit. Glute, 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 glute. Okay. And pour myself that wonderful gurgle gurgle ASMR. Pour myself a healthy martini. Shazam, y'all. Lemonheads, working in a kitchen when you drop a knife, instinct says catch it. The last second, abort. Yes. And it's not just things like knives. There's a whole bunch of things in the kitchen that will hurt you if you grab them. And your impulse when you knock something over or drop it is to grab at it with your hand. And you must not do that. So cheers, y'all. Freezer martini time. Ungarnished. My preferred garnish is a lemon peel, and I don't have any whole lemons here. Fuck yeah, that's good. Fuck yeah, that's good. Sorry, this is like me complimenting myself on my martini making skills. That's good martini. Again, this is a funny thing. Martinis shouldn't be shaken, but I like the design of shaker and jigger and martini. It's even got olives in the martini. But yeah, I'm not really an olive person. Like even if I had an olive as a garnish, I wouldn't eat it. I don't eat olives, but I don't mind a bit of brine, like a slightly dirty martini. I want to taste this one pure, so I do have my olive brine in the fridge specifically for making dirty martinis. Fuck yeah, that's good. Don't do drugs, kids. Great username. You want to day drink alongside me? That's not a bad... See, that's the trouble. If people have joined me from different time zones and it's daytime for you, I worry that I'm a bad influence. It's like night for me. And it's a very arbitrary thing, day drinking and night drinking, but it's kind of like, if you day drink, you got the whole fucking day. I hate sobering up awake, actually. I fucking hate that. I prefer to sober up while I sleep. I've done it. I've been out like day drinking and then stopped, and there was still like 6 hours of the day ahead of me, and I slowly sobered up. Not a fan, honestly. Not a fan. I very much prefer to do my drinking at night, and I very rarely get scuttered. Asterisk, there were those 2 recent live streams where I fell asleep in the live stream. And that was poor judgment on my part. So, yeah, I'm just saying that was poor judgment on my part. But I prefer to do my drinking in the evening and then, sober up while I fucking sleep. Yeah, I don't do drugs, kids. You agree? It's the worst. Yeah, I don't like it. Again, I'm not averse to getting drunk during the day, but then the whole bit where you stop drinking and then you start sobering up, not a fan. And if Abigail was here, we might talk about coming down from martinis. Because as I said, I had to make myself a new freezer martini. I love the frost on it because it's such high alcohol content, it doesn't freeze. It gets a little bit more viscous. It's quite fun to pour it out because it's a little bit more viscous, but there's no ice crystals or anything. But yes, used up my last freezer martini at Abigail's on Sunday night for Halloween. And so I made a new one, and it's good. It is fucking good. Oh my god, I fucking love that. So again, definitely an acquired taste. Your gin martinis, definitely an acquired taste. I think as recently as 2 years ago, I would not have been into it, not at all. It's a bit of a palate education thing. But I tell you what, I'm into them now. Lemonheads is worse going to soccer games. Started at noon. By the time 6 rolls around, it's a debacle. Yeah, that actually sounds... Don't do drugs. That's why you smoke weed in the day and drink at night. Dude, that sounds like... Oh, shit. Sorry, you just missed my light was over there and I just kicked the stand. I put it somewhere where I don't usually put it, which was a pretty stupid idea, honestly. I got to think what to do with all that friggin' pineapple. Again, I have to ask. Young Ms. Angry said something about wanting the... I don't know if she just wants to eat the pineapple, which is obviously legit. Fresh pineapple, yum. Most of what I'm doing involves the rind. Actually, I need to look something up. Someone told me, I think it's a Mexican drink. It's called tepache or something. Yes. Okay, that's it. Tepache recipe or tepache. Mexico in my kitchen. They sound trustworthy. Okay, their recipe for tepache. Pineapple peel. Okay. It's a light and sweet pineapple beer. Okay, so how do they say to make it? Video. It's one of those things. It's like a lot of text. Where's the actual recipe? Properties and benefits of tepache. Helps intestinal flora. Not if it's got a lot of fucking alcohol in it. Okay. Jump to full instructions. Okay. Tepache. Homemade pineapple brew. Ripe pineapple or just the peels. Cup of piloncillo. What the fuck is piloncillo? Or use organic sugar. Yeah, I'll use sugar. Cinnamon, cloves, and water. Okay. So rinse the pineapple. Using a sharp knife, cut the peel. Slice or chop the pineapple pulp. You're not using all the pineapple unless you have a large glass container and make a big batch. Large glass pitcher, paste the pineapple peel, sugar, cinnamon stick, cloves, and water. Cover the pitcher with a cheesecloth or plastic wrap. Allow the brew to breathe. Put it in a countertop, let it sit for 24 hours. With a wooden spoon, remove the white foam that is formed on top of the liquid. That sounds dodgy, honestly. Cover again, let rest for another 24 to 36 hours. So it's fermenting. Do not let it ferment longer unless you need pineapple vinegar. Now for the fun part, strain the liquid, place in another pitcher with lots of ice, taste for sweetness. If you prefer a milder version, add 1 cup of fermented pineapple water to a quarter of water, shows in the picture above. Yes, I drink the light version. So it's not going to be alcoholic. They're calling it fermented, but it's not actually going to be it does sound tasty. It's like a spicy pineapple juice. All right, so, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Hello, Nettie, by the way. You've distracted yourself with the insanity of the subreddit Hilaria Baldwin. Okay, I don't know that. Cool. And hello, Toby, on Facebook. Limited shit's around nowadays. Vape pens, legal stuff, lethal, not your mask. See, that's not in Australia. Next time I go to America, I want to try that shit. So here's what I'm going to do with the pineapple. The first thing I'm doing is making a syrup. That'll take a day or so. Then I'm going to stick the same rind that has created the syrup into some rum. to make pineapple rum, and I'm going to leave it for like a week or so. And then I'm going to use that same rind to make tapash. Rinse the pineapple, use a sharp knife to cut the peel, slice or chop the pineapple pulp. So it's basically pineapple, a bunch of spices like cinnamon, clove. I might put a star anise in, actually. And let that turn into something. And I don't think I have any cloves. But I won't be making the tapash for a while, so I can go out and get some cloves. So it's basically just saying pineapple, sugar, cinnamon. I might use the sugar syrup, actually, because this is going to make a fuck ton of syrup. And I'll save some of the syrup. That's because it's going to make way too much syrup. It's going to make more syrup than I want. All right. That's a plan. So Annette, Hilaria Baldwin is faking being Spanish. She pretends to teach prenatal yoga in stilettos. She's not of this planet. I love it. I love it. All right, this is a really strong martini. I'm starting to feel a little bit drunk now, but that's good. It's a Thursday night, which is practically Friday night, which is practically the weekend. Sure, I have to do some stuff at work tomorrow. I won't be hungover. I'm not going to drink enough to be hungover or sick. I might not be real active tomorrow, but take a sip. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make syrup, then pineapple rum, then tapash. Lemonheads, what happened to drives with Angry? See, I don't really make pre-recorded videos anymore, but I could do the drive thing. Oh yeah, no, I've got several videos that are several hours long. That's true. So Nettie, she's lapping up all the attention from her husband shooting a woman. Oh, right. Okay. Jesus. So it's Alex Baldwin's wife. Jesus. I did hear her having a weird reaction to the death on Alec Baldwin's set. Oh. Have I mentioned I really fucking like martinis? That's a good martini. And I also kind of feel... Safa, a watermelon alcohol definitely exists. Basically, any fruit, and I mean in terms of a commercial product, somewhere in the world, you will be able to buy a watermelon liqueur. In fact, look, I will. We are on limited. I'm climaxing. I do like it. Watermelon liqueur. So I just put watermelon, or even Voc makes a watermelon liqueur, and slightly more reputable people do as well. Yeah, no, there's a shit ton of watermelon liqueurs. Basically, any fruit, there's going to be an alcohol made with it. So Nettie, you had no idea about this woman until today. Suddenly she's everywhere. I think I only heard about her today or yesterday, and it was some reference to her reaction to the death on her husband's set being really weird. She seems like a weird person. Oh. It's kind of like, I'm like this with cooking as well. I don't know the rest of you. If you ever make food for yourself and it's really good, like if you're just making some food, I'm making some food, I'm going to eat it. Then you eat it and you go, fuck me, this is really good. I just made myself really good food. I'm like that when I make food. I'm also like that when I make cocktails. If I make a cocktail and it's like good, it's like, oh, god damn, that is good. Safa, it would be super easy to make a homemade, just like, chop up a watermelon and cover it in vodka and leave it for, a week or so, and then filter that out. And you'd have your own homemade watermelon vodka. It would be super easy to do because watermelon is so watery. It's going to disperse its flavor very easily. So yeah, you could make your own watermelon vodka at home real easy. I'd actually crush it up a bit. I'd chop it up, cover it in wood, crush it up so all the juice came out, and then just leave it for a week or so, and then filter it, and you'd have a watermelon vodka. So definitely do it. So, oh God, Safi, you're saying Alec Baldwin's wife recorded media talking to her husband, and that was strange. Oh, well. Hollywood people are strange, man. They are not like you and I. They are strange people. Very, very strange people. Got to think what I'm gonna do next week. I'm not gonna make any more video tonight. Tomorrow night I'll make the next week's. I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make one supporting these guys who are doing a Movember campaign, and they've created a cocktail specially for their campaign. So I'm going to make a version of their cocktail and then point everyone to their Movember fundraiser, men's health, because I'm a men's who has issues with health. So seems good to me. And then I want to do a short, and I think I'm going to do a pink martini just for fun. Then I'm thinking of doing an apple one, because particularly in North America, where it's like well over 90% of my audience for my cocktail channel is it's fall and it's all apple flavored, and I came up with an idea for a fall apple old fashioned. Dairy is anti-feminist. Watermelon vodka. Great band name. That is a pretty good band name, actually. Watermelon vodka is a pretty good band name. Good call. Good call. I like that. That is actually a pretty good band name. I'm always saying that when someone says a weird phrase, like, yeah, that's the name of my heavy metal band. Watermelon vodka is more an indie band. It's not really a metal band. I don't think Watermelon vodka is a metal band. It's more an indie band. But so if you want to know why Steaks Day isn't a public holiday, because there are a limited number of gazetted public holidays. Melbourne Cup Day used to be something else. It's only Melbourne Cup Day is only a holiday in Metro Melbourne. Regional Melbourne gets the gazetted holiday on another date. It's usually show day. Same as the Grand Final Parade public holiday was a different public. In fact, I think Jeff Kennett got rid of one of the holidays, and Dan Andrews said, well, I'm bringing it back, and it's going to be for the Grand Final Parade. So there you go. So there's a whole thing about, because public holidays cost money, because permanent employees get paid for not going to work on public holidays. So to create a completely new public holiday actually requires an act of parliament, I think, which can be difficult to do. So that's why Steaks Day isn't a public holiday. Yes, and Safa, I think you're right. Grand Final Day is all across Vic. Melbourne Cup is only Metro Melbourne. And Regional Vic gets a different public holiday, usually show day. So Derry, there's a term at work, Dexian Whispers. That's an awesome band name. I do like that. That is also, we can just spend the rest of the stream coming up with band names. I don't mind. Good God. That is a really fucking good martini. And I poured myself clearly at least a double. I'm actually, I'm Tim Smith levels of piss now. I'm close to as pissed as when Tim Smith crashed his car. I'm not a piece of shit. I know not to. Not that I want to go anywhere, but also know I couldn't drive at the moment. I'm definitely pissed. Safa, your town has a half day public holiday for racing. Yeah, that's interesting. I feel like I want to make one more. Only one more though. It's 9:00. Maybe one more drink. See me through the second hour. Now it just becomes the big question. What will I do? I heard that Safa Tim Smith had just like bought a Jag 5 weeks earlier and then fucking crashed it. Lemonheads, New Zealand and Australia have a distinct rivalry. Very distinct rivalry. And I did see that Safa Smith's getting help from Frydenberg. I read one analysis that said all of the Victorian libs are saying, get the fuck out, you piece of shit. You're going to cost us the election. But the federal libs see him as an asset and they don't lose anything from what he's done. So the federal libs are encouraging him to stay because they don't lose anything. The state libs, who are pretty sure he will cost them electorally, are saying, get the fuck out, you piece of shit. All right. This is my newest Bible. Looks like a Bible, doesn't it? Death & Co. Brandy drinks, a black magic, absinthe, brandy, rum, creme de menthe, fernet branca, simple syrup. Rinse a coupe with absinthe and dump. Shit, that sounds okay. Rinse of absinthe, spoon of fernet, cognac, rum, creme de menthe. That's fucking tempted. Hey, Kirsten. I'm just looking for a drink inspiration from Death & Co. Black market brandy, apple brandy, cognac, vermouth infused with cinnamon orange tea, which I don't have, clearly, Peychaud's bitters, Angostura bitters, cherries on a cocktail pick, apple brandy, so that's brandy, Castle of Cordoba, Calvados, cognac, sherry, I don't have sherry, Jarnac shrub, cognac, vermouth, shrub, I don't have a shrub, legend, cognac, rum, sherry, I don't have a sherry, okay, Leverts Monts, Armagnac, Bishop, Calvados, vermouth, sherry, black magic is sounding like a lily whacker. Well, that's a good name. Apple brandy, vermouth, Cointreau, chocolate bitters, a little sparrow, Calvados, apple brandy, vermouth, Saint Germain, Peychaud's. Okay. So it's apple brandy, vermouth, elderflower, and bitters. Cognac, rum, vermouth, maraschino, and bitters. That's interesting. Cognac, rum, vermouth, sweet vermouth. There's this excuse to open my bottle of vermouth, honestly. Should you buy a sequin blazer jacket? Yes. Actually, Dairy's Feminist, you're probably right. This is a book of spells. It's not a Bible. It's a book of spells, definitely. A night owl. Cognac, Punta Mez, sherry, Batavia, Arak. Don't have sherry, though. Chardonnay's Taboo. Cognac, Americano, vermouth, bitters. That's an interesting one. Brandy, Cokie, vermouth. Oofed. Okay, I'm really tempted to try that. It's disturbing to me that I've picked up the millennial habit of saying oofed, but I have. Cognac, apple brandy, Benedictine, chartreuse, absinthe, bitters. The Sidewinder sleeps tonight. A soul clench. Pisco. Vermouth. Rosé. Saint-Germain. Velvet Falernum. I swear, there are hundreds of cocktails in this book, and they're so enticing. The Sweet Hereafter. Pisco. Coquille. Dolin Blanc Vermouth. All right. This one. Cognac, Americano, Sweet Vermouth. I'm going to try that. I am going to try that. Or at least my version of that, because I have slightly different ingredients. All right. Oofed. Okay. I did it again. That's okay. I judge myself, for anyone who's wondering. My God. Okay, the alcohol's catching up with me. I'm definitely as pissed as Tim Smith when he crashed his car. But I'm not driving anyway, because I'm not a piece of shit. Tim Smith's a piece of shit. Okay, freezer martini goes back in the freezer. I have my Coquille Rossa. So this is going to be slightly different. But that's me. I'm slightly different. And I need to open this bottle of sweet vermouth, for which I need a corkscrew. And then I'm going to have to find a stopper that fits it. There's a corkscrew. So lucky I have so many stoppers. Dairy anti-feminist, you like oofed, says so much so effortlessly. Safa, I think there are two big reasons the Victorian Liberal Party want Tim Smith to quit. One is they think he will lose his seat because there'll be a backlash against him. Two, some other people think it will negatively affect them and they'll lose their seat because of Tim Smith. So, and he seems somewhat intent on not quitting. And the establishment of the Victorian Liberal Party really fucking wants him to quit. All right. So this is the thing with this type of cork. You pull it out, you can't put it back in. So I have to find another stopper that fits it. Kirsten, should you also buy matching sequin pants? Oh my God, it's sounding pretty goddamn fabulous at this point, Kirsten, honestly. Well, Safa, there is a big chunk of the population that votes for the Liberal Party. I mean, I hate the Liberal Party, but I think a chunk of people who vote Liberal aren't inherently fucked. I disagree with them politically. I think there's a split. There are people who vote LNP who are inherently fucked, but I think there's others who aren't. I just disagree with them. Right, I'm going to get a couple stoppers and see which one fits this bottle. Holy cow, I am absolutely Tim Smithed at the moment. We've got to make that a colloquialism for being pissed. Whoops, that stopper's broken. Just say, oh, I am so Tim Smithed at the moment. That's pretty good. That's not. Okay, so that's the top ranked one at the moment. Let's see if I can find a more secure stopper. All right. All right. Another handful of stoppers to find. Yes, okay, so that's to go with other 11 sequin clothing items. Nope, that's too small. That is just about perfect. Oof. That also works. And that's too small. I think we'll go with this, which is actually an Archie Rose stopper. There you go. I think that's right. All right, so I have an appropriate stopper. I'm happy. Yes, that's the question we need to ask ourselves, Safa. On a scale of 0 to Tim Smith, how pissed are you currently? I'm about 0.8 to 0.9 of a Tim Smith at the moment. I definitely should not drive, and I'm responsible enough to know that. I'm not as pissed as he was, though. But if I have this drink, I'll be Tim Smithed. I will absolutely be Tim Smithed if I have this drink. I'm just going to put these stoppers back in the wall of stoppers. I even shut some of them out. There's still a lot of them. All right. So. Okay. Which one? I decided the Chardonnay's debut. So it's brandy, Americano, vermouth. And a dash of bitters. I have to decide which sort of bitters. They say hopped grapefruit, which I don't have. Yes, Dairy's anti-feminist. It's the Smithometer. Safa says, Tim Smith, I didn't have much to drink last night. Didn't have dinner. Oh my God, I fucking hate the guy. He's a liar and a weasel. It's not that he thought he was okay to drive, unless he is a delusional alcoholic. He would have, with how pissed he was, he would have known he was pissed. He either just didn't care or thought he'd get away with it, or both. So there's no way, again, unless he is a delusional alcoholic, there's no way he thought he was under the legal limit. No fucking way. You don't get to more than twice the legal limit without feeling it. Right. So this is stirred. Yeah, of course it's stirred. I'm just going to consult the spell book once more. Yeah. Stirred. Cognac, then 3/4 dash. I just have to decide what bitters. I think I know. I've got a special one here. Okay, so. Okay, lime, chocolate, this one. Hello. Mr. Bitters, an Australian bitters maker. Oof, I really feel the whole Tim Smithiness whenever I stand up. Brandy. Got my brandy. Geez, that's running a bit low. I'm going to have to get another brandy. Maybe I will get a cognac. That's an Australian brandy. I like buying Australian. I need my mixing glass. What am I doing? Mixing glass, mixing glass. Block of ice. Get this glass out of the way where I won't break it. Because breaking a glass on a live stream would be embarrassing. Here it is. It's my mixing spoon. I'm going to put a bit more ice in my mixing glass. Oh, next thing round. All right. See how this goes. Me trying to crack some ice, because that often doesn't go that well. Something as car insurance. I don't think there's any car insurance that covers you if you're drunk when you crash. So, all right. I don't know if this is ASMR or if this is too extreme. I'm going to crack some ice. Warning to anyone wearing headphones. Holy shit. Okay, none of that went in my glass. There we go. Okay, something's on my laptop. Get off my laptop. I don't want my laptop to short circuit. Oofed. God, I hit random keys while I was doing that. He wants to see what I spelled. That's what I spelled, hitting random keys, picking up the ice chips that were on my keyboard. Okay. One more bit of ice, a little bit of warning. Yep, okay, that missed. Oh, so did most of that. Okay, cool. Most of that's on the floor. Excellent. Well, not most of it. That's an exaggeration. Most of it's in the glass. A lot of it's on the floor. Okay, Nettie's cheering on sequins for Kirsten, which I think is fair. I think that's everything. Okay. Last check of the spell in the spell book. Sade's Taboo, created by Jessica Gonzalez in 2009. 2 ounces brandy, 3/4 Koki, 3/4 vermouth, dash of bitters. All right. So this is essentially like a Manhattan riff, really. All right. Oh, I don't have a freaking jigger. Jesus. Okay, excuse me for a second, or several seconds, while I wander over here and get a jigger. And see where my jigger's at. Because I just can't resist saying that. So you're going to be cancelled. It's like, dude, I should have been cancelled a long time ago. Okay, so 2 ounces of brandy. Huzzah. Man, that smells good. Adelaide Distillery, 23rd Street Distillery. Make good brandy. That's their prime brandy. They also make one that I love the name of. It's called Not Your Nana's Brandy, which is a pretty funny name for a brandy, quite honestly. Okay, so Coque Rosa, 3/4 ounce. Probably slightly more, but I don't care. And this is like the most decadent sweet vermouth, this one. From the hills outside of Adelaide. Probably enough, 3/4 ounce. Makes it so red. This is such a red vermouth. Even by red vermouth standards. It's very red. Something about the old guy on Sky News going, yes. Alan Jones. Okay, sorry. Ice stirring ASMR. Kind of bad at stirring with a spoon. So do this end. Better. Oh, I didn't put bitters in. I'm just going to put a bit of bitters in. Do you know what? I am going to put a teeny bit of sugar syrup in because that Coque Rosa is a little bit more bitter than Coque Americano. Which of my syrups? No, not that one. This one. I'm just going to put just a teeny bit of syrup in. That's enough. And I have to stir it again. So a little bit more ice stirring ASMR. Derry saying you should have been cancelled at work. Kirsten. Yeah. That's why I kind of announced the ice stirring ASMR, Kirsten, because I thought it would be very loud in headphones. But it's finished now. Safra, I don't know what the work position is on Windows 11. Oops. So I'm not using a proper strainer. Little bits of ice are going in my glass. You might have heard that ringing noise as shards of ass. Shards of ass. Fucking hell. Seriously? Clown? Speaking of names for heavy metal bands, Shards of Ass should be a heavy metal band name. Is that another one? Yep. Lots of shards of ass in here. Right. All right. So, it's a delightfully red drink. More red than the Death & Co drink would have been, because I used Koki Rosa, not Koki Americano. And I used Unico Yuzu Sweet Vermouth, which is the reddest vermouth I have ever seen. Okay, Jerry's Feminist, you agree. Shards of Ass, excellent name for a heavy metal band. So, my version of Chardonnay's Taboo. That's nice. Oh my God, that's nice. That's essentially a Manhattan riff. With brandy instead of whiskey. So it's a lighter taste. It's not less alcohol than a Manhattan, but it's a lighter taste because brandies are somewhat lighter taste than whiskey. And I did put that little bit of sweetener in just because the Koki Rosa is a little bit bitter. Man, okay, that's good. Oh, that goes on the list of things I might make for my cocktail channel. Okay, so you think I'm at 0.8, Tim Smith? I think finish this. I am definitely Smithed. I'm definitely Tim Smithed. I think leading into making this, I was at about 0.8 Tim Smiths. I drink that. I'm definitely Tim Smith. As opposed to those live streams where I fell asleep. I think I was 2 or 3 Tim Smiths in those streams. Probably 3. I think I was probably 3 Tim Smiths. I was triple Smithed. I was actually triple Smithed in those live streams where I fell asleep. Okay, that is good. I think I will make that for my cocktail channel. It's pretty good. So Jerry's anti-feminist. You're thinking Dexian Whispers would be perfect for an all-girl punk band. Now you've said it, yes, definitely. Definitely. They could support Pussy Riot on a tour. That's a show I'd go see. Pussy Riot, supported by Dexian Whispers. I would be there. I'd be there to see that show. So I think we're on a winner there. I need a container to put that. I just got like this fucking pile of pineapple just behind there. Feeling like I should do it now rather than later. What else can I do? I think maybe that pineapple's just going to get eaten, honestly. I've got some Tupperware containers I could put it in. How much of a Tupperware container is it going to fill in? All right. No, I'll wait till after the stream. Honestly, it's only half an hour till I'm going to go to bed. Here we are, coming up with band names and measurements of being drunk in terms of your percentage of being Tim Smith, which honestly also ought to give you pause for. I think that's a thing you could probably get problem drinkers to seriously address their things when you point out to them, oh, you are totally Tim Smithed right now. In fact, you're double smithed. You are double smithed. I think that could be enough to get people pause and think, maybe I should drink less. That you've had fuck the pain away from sex education stuck in your head. Yes, we just finished season 3 of sex education this week, Mrs. Angry and I, on our TV watching nights. Good show. If you haven't watched it, there's 3 seasons of sex education on Netflix. Well worth watching. It's a good show. We also watched the new Doctor Who. There's a new episode of Doctor Who came out on the weekend. So, and my wordy, they've set up a lot of stuff in Doctor Who. Some new aliens and some end of the world shit. There's a weeping angel. There are some Sontarans. There's the past. There's the future. They've essentially set up a huge amount of stuff. That there's 6 episodes in this season, and somewhat differently to previous seasons of Doctor Who, where it's been largely standalone episodes with possibly a common thread running through the season. This is actually a story told in 6 parts. And part 1 set a lot of stuff up. And it seems like they're going to do a big exposition on the stuff they set up in the previous season. Like the Time Lords had lied to the Doctor. The Doctor has not had 13 regenerations. The Doctor has had many more, and they periodically had been wiping the Doctor's memory. The Doctor may have had hundreds of regenerations and may not actually be Gallifreyan, may have actually been manipulated by the Gallifreyans. Nettie, I think I heard the original version of the song around 2000, but yeah. There is anti-venomous. How's this for a death metal name? Manic Magpies of Melbourne. I like it. Maybe even just Magpies of Melbourne, because the Manic's more or less understood. I say that as a Magpie fan. No, Safa. The Lady Doctor is as liked as other doctors. The fact right-wing misogynist fuckheads have started bullshit campaigns online is meaningless. No, because most of the doctors only stayed for 3 seasons. And she's been the Doctor for 3 seasons. So this is her last season. Basically, those sort of right-wing misogynist fuckheads are just talking shit. And if you're an online kind of person, their bullshit message gets amplified somewhat. But yes, no, the only reason Jodie Whittaker is leaving at the end of this season is it's her 3rd season. And most of them went out for 3 seasons. Okay, yes, so for Tom Baker had heaps. He was an anomaly. Tennant had 3.5 seasons because for budget reasons, they had that one really weird season where it was just some 3 or 4 specials. So Tennant didn't really have 4 seasons. He had like 3.5. And Eccleston apparently fell out with the producers of the show. after one season, because they only signed him for one season because they didn't know if the relaunch of Doctor Who would work. And so they only gave him a contract for 1 year. And then it was so successful because Eccleston is an excellent doctor. And they said, okay, it's working. We want to sign you on. And he went, you know what? No, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm out. It was a 1 year contract. I'm out. But he is doing some audio dramas. Yes, Safa. Eccleston doesn't like Moffat. That's a real thing. Safa, you reckon Matt Smith didn't want to leave? I really quite liked Matt Smith as the Doctor. The way he could switch between being very childlike and then being absolutely ruthless was pretty special. And me being a grumpy old man liked grumpy old man Doctor. Pete Capaldi is a fan of a grumpy old man Doctor being a grumpy old man. So yeah, Safa, the way Tennant said, I don't want to go just before he regenerated, that was pretty gut-wrenching. That was pretty full on. Yeah, it's a funny old thing, Doctor Who. Who knows? And apparently Moffat's coming back next year. Moffat has a new production company that's actually going to take over production. So Doctor Who is not going to be completely in-house at the BBC. Moffat and someone else who used to work at the BBC have a production company called Bad Wolf, and they are taking over Doctor Who as of next year. Could be good, could be bad. The original run of Doctor Who was ruined by a producer, John Nathan Turner, who turned into a fucking megalomaniac and tried to control everything, and he absolutely fucked it. He came on towards the end of Tom Baker's run. And honestly, there's a pretty, in terms of the original run of Doctor Who, there's a pretty sharp decline post Tom Baker. Sorry if you didn't say Bad Robot. No, that's what's his name's? Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Star Wars. Christ, why am I forgetting his name? Joss Whedon. Bad Robot is Joss Whedon's production company. Yeah, I don't know. I because they're trying something different with this 6-episode run. I'm keen to see what comes out of it. Like, so they set up a lot in the first episode. They front loaded a bunch of shit, like a new alien who apparently knows the Doctor's past that the Doctor has forgotten or has had erased by the Gallifreyans. So yeah, new monsters / aliens, and old favorites like the Weeping Angels and the Sontarans, and yes, a universe-ending cataclysm that the Doctor's going to have to avert at some point. So yeah, they front-loaded so much in the first episode. It'll be interesting to see where it goes in the next 5 weeks. So yeah, because Mrs. Angry and I do our binge watching of shows on Monday and Wednesday night. We finished Sex Education. Haven't decided. The next one's probably going to be something on Netflix. Either we'll have another go at watching The Witcher because season 2 of The Witcher is about to come out. We did start watching season 1 of The Witcher and only watched a couple of episodes. Oh, by a couple, I think we watched 4 or 5. And but Mrs. Angry played, The Witcher 3. And likes it. So I think she's amenable. We said we would have a go at rewatching The Witcher and see if we liked it. Failing that, there's a new season of Lock and Key. We enjoyed season 1 of Lock and Key. Season 2 has just come live in the last week on Netflix. So we'll basically, we might start with The Witcher, and if we decide we're not into The Witcher, we might watch Lock and Key. And yes, Safa, Mrs. Angry is a Doctor Who fan. We watch a lot of Doctor Who together, and we did watch the new one together just last night, in fact. Caught Mrs. Angry by surprise. She didn't actually know there was new Doctor Who. So, Safa, you didn't finish The Witcher either? Yeah, it's just because there's season 2 is out. We're going to give it another go. I don't know for how many episodes, but we'll see if we want to stick with it and go through to season 2. But if we decide, we'll probably go to Lock and Key, which, if you haven't seen it, pretty good. And again, it's one of bloody Netflix and the other streaming services are doing so many comic book adaptations, and Lock and Key is one. Lock and Key is a comic. I've never read it, but it's got a big fan base. Okay. What I'm more interested in next year, finally, a Sandman series is coming out that Neil Gaiman's actually involved in. And for those who aren't familiar, Neil Gaiman is one of my favorite authors. And he wrote this absolutely legendary comic in the 90s called The Sandman, which was probably the first serious adult comic I got into. It's very good. It's very good. And that was in the 90s, and it's taken this long. And now there's a prestige TV series coming of The Sandman, which I am super looking forward to. So, but that's not till next year. They are shooting it, or they may have even finished shooting it. But the TV series is not coming out until next year. And I love it. Kirsten, there's a Craft and Crow Christmas gin market open for tickets. Okay. And you love those markets. Okay. Quite possibly, if you're able to share the details with me on Facebook or whatever, I might go on again on your recommendation. Oh, Jesus, I am so fucking Tim Smithed at the moment. I am definitely Tim Smithed, but that's okay. That was really nice. Oh, Safa, gin is a Christmas drink. It's an always drink, but also one of the many distilleries Kirsten put me onto is a Melbourne distillery called Tiny Bear, and they do a Christmas gin, Christmas pud, and it fucking tastes like Christmas pud. It is off. Their summer gins. I'm probably going to get the sample pack. I'm waiting for them to bring out. I think they're bringing out a whiskey soon. And when they bring out a whiskey, I'm probably going to get their whiskey and the 3-pack sampler of their summer gins, which I got last Christmas as well. There was a Christmas gin, a gingerbread gin, and their Australian summer gin. Yes, is gin a Christmas drink? Definitely. But yeah, like I said, the Tiny Bear have one that's actually called Christmas pudding and actually tastes like Christmas pudding. And there are a few people who make ginger gins, which is a pretty good Christmas flavor too. But yeah, so I've kind of got a few things penciled in. I think I'm going to get some stuff from Steve the Bartender's distillery, Threefold. Definitely got a couple Archie Rose things penciled in. And then I've got Tiny Bear stuff penciled in too. So it's all stuff I'm buying before the end of the year. Hot damn. And I probably get Nettie and Abigail over to do a live stream from here sometime. At the very latest at New Year's Eve, who fucking knows, to help me drink a couple things and clear some space on my drink carts. So I have space to buy a few more bottles. And I think I am going to make a bottled old-fashioned again. I made one a while back. The big thing of that is making the right syrup. And I think I know what I'm going to make for the right syrup. And possibly another bottled version of my favorite cocktail currently, the Woodson and Ford. Because the fucking freezer martini is awesome. Chris, I did say lots of Jan 6 riders and their supporters won office in the US. Yeah, the Republicans seemed to have a very good time of the various state elections. And look, we're only staring at the collapse of the United States. No downside for the rest of the world. It's not like that would cause economic chaos and geopolitical chaos and probably widespread wars. Nothing to worry about. I feel like what's the guy in The Naked Gun, Frank Drebin, when the building's exploding? Nothing to see here. Move along. Nothing to see when there's clearly something to see. Sorry, I just went on Facebook to see the message Kirsten sent me, and the first thing in my stream is a friend of mine drinking canned cocktails in a swimming pool. Legendary. What's all this? Everyone likes my Happy Diwali video. Well, that's good. Okay. So, Kirsten told me about the Craft & Co. gin. Yes, I'm over 18. Come on. There we go. Super Spring Special number 8. Purchase double gold medal winning concrete and clay rosé cask. Okay, cool. Christmas Gin Market. Okay. 2nd of December, Thursday. Friday the 3rd, Saturday the 4th. Craft & Co. Smith Street, Collingwood. 25 to 40. Admission. Free tastings. Craft & Co. show bag. Fucking hell. I'm going. I am fucking going. Who's there? Heathcote Gin, Pedestrian Road Gin, Applewood, Bathtub, Double Bootleggers, Cape Byron, Imbue, Manly, Artillery. Fuck, I'm going. I'm fucking going. I think I can rope Mrs. Angry into going too. Oof. Yes, Chris, you're looking forward to the inevitable collapse of your country. Oh, Chris, okay, it's a while since I have recommended the Behind the Bastards podcast, but the guy who does Behind the Bastards, Robert Evans, has another one called It Could Happen Here. And also, he wrote It Could Happen Here. The original run of It Could Happen Here was an exploration of how the US could collapse into civil war. And he also wrote a novel, which you can get for free on the pod. I think it's on both Behind the Bastards and It Could Happen Here. But his novel about the collapse of the US is very interesting. Oh, Kirsten, I could meet Henry in person. Well, that's fun. Well, good. I'm going to tell you my dark thought, Kirsten. Having bought Applewood's Native Trilogy when it was on special, it's basically 2 for the price of 3. This is my possibly shameful thought because I love Henry, but I have started to feel that Applewood's gins are overpriced. Is that a horrible thing? Again, I don't dislike their gins, but they're more expensive than other gins, and I don't think they're unique enough to really justify. Whereas some of their liqueurs, like Okar Gold and their limoncello and their Mando are friggin' amazing. And this is from the same people. This is definitely my favorite sweet vermouth. This is fucking amazing. But I have started to think that their gins are overpriced, and I feel somewhat bad thinking. Well, I say, because I also get to meet your sweet friends Mick and Mel from Imbue and Chris from Korg. Yeah, okay, you agree. They're charging for 500 mils. What are that people charge for 700 mils? Yeah, I think they're overpriced. So I probably won't be buying their gins again. Again, other stuff, their liqueurs. Like I can't be without Okar Gold. In fact, I haven't made anything with Okar Gold but I'm going to. Tomorrow night, I will actually be making a cocktail that has Okar Gold in it. That's what I have planned for tomorrow night. But yeah, I feel slightly dirty because I really like Henry. Kirsten and I used to watch these live streams the brand ambassador for Applewood did last year, which were just phenomenal. They were just incredible because he would get some of the most, and it wasn't just about Applewood products. He would get other distillers, people from bars and whatnot to come on these streams, and they were just amazing. But yes, I probably won't be buying their gin again. Mind you, if I get my shit together, and this is probably sometime next year, to travel to Adelaide, we'll definitely be visiting the Applewood distillery and be having like food and drinkies at the Applewood distillery. No two ways about it. Ugh. I'm just going to drink a little bit of water before bedtime because I'm completely Tim Smith at the moment. So yeah, my freezer martini that I had earlier had 2 different Applewood gins in it. It had those. I've forgotten. I think I managed to put 5 different gins in it. But it turned out good. Oh, Kirsten, you're going to Adelaide in March. Nice. I am going to try to get to Adelaide next year. Definitely. I think in about 3 weeks, Mrs. Angry and I are having a weekend away, suitably placed near a distillery I want to visit. So, nice. So, again, that will be a thing 3 weeks from now. I won't be doing a Friday or Saturday night. So this weekend is, okay, so like this weekend's not date night. So all things being equal, I will be doing a Friday and Saturday night stream. Following weekend, date night. I'll do a Friday, but not a Saturday. Weekend after that, not a date night. I'll do Friday and Saturday. Weekend after that, going away. So I won't be doing Friday or Saturday night. Probably doing Thursday. Probably doing Sunday. Maybe. Depends how tired I am after I get back from a weekend away on Sunday night. But I might not do Sunday that weekend, depending how tired I am. But yes, we've planned a weekend away. It's not a long trip, but it's right near a distillery. That sounds pretty good. I've got some of their product, and I like it. And they do food and drink at the distillery. So we'll be doing that. And there's a few other places in the general area we're going to. Yeah, Chris, well, maybe the only stream you're going to miss will be a Friday. And again, Friday night's party night. So I get, missing Friday night. But rest assured, it's because I'm having a good time. And you'll... no, I love you, but when I've got a choice of having a weekend away with Mrs. Angry, I'm going to take it. So yeah, so and that's in about 3 weeks. So slightly different, but it's the way it goes. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's a fun thing in one of the sort of bougie areas. It's where not that we're rich people, but it's one of the areas outside of Melbourne, where rich people have holiday homes and where they go away on the weekend. Like Mrs. Angry and I will stay in a hotel for the weekend, and go to some nice restaurants and or cafes, and go to a distillery. There's one distillery. I know there's a couple breweries, and I'm not interested in beer, but I think one of them does cider. Mrs. Angry was looking at the map and goes, look, this one does cider. Well, we could go there. We could go to the place that does cider and have a lunch. Yeah, time flies. Only 10 minutes till bedtime at the moment, which is why I'm having a little bit of water. It's a bit ghost drinking out of my mixing glass, but it had ice in it. And I thought that would be nice if I just put some water on my ice and it would taste nice. I was also just thinking, did I put the ice? I did. I put the ice back in the freezer. That's okay. At the moment, as I said, totally Tim Smithed. So I need to very carefully assess things. So I did that little bit of video earlier. I'm going to look at it tomorrow. And I did the lighting really differently. If the lighting looks fine, then I'll do it again tomorrow. I'm going to make some cocktails tomorrow. I'm going to do a Movember video, a short, the old less than 60 seconds, YouTube trying to fucking compete with TikTok and failing miserably. Maybe I should put my shorts on TikTok as well, because I have a few of them. I might get nothing out of it, or I might get something out of it. Young people looking at me on TikTok going, who is this old person and why are they on TikTok? Because that's a reasonable question to ask, quite honestly. So I might put the short videos I've been making for YouTube on TikTok as well. Who knows? Yeah, if nothing happens, nothing happens. There's very little effort required from me to put a video onto TikTok, because I have already shot and edited the videos. So I just need to select that, put it on TikTok. I'll have to register for TikTok, see what username I can get. That was a weird noise. What the fuck was that? I think that was a possum in the roof. I haven't heard the possums in the roof for a little while, actually. But there was just a funny noise. I've had to define what it was. I think it might have been a possum in the roof. So if you want to see Ingrid dancing on TikTok, I don't think I'm going to do any TikTok dances. I think nobody wants to see that. So because your girlfriend loves TikTok, you hate it. I never watch TikTok, but of course, people sometimes share TikTok videos on other social media. So I get to see popular TikTok videos on other social media. So that's my only exposure to TikTok. Sorry. My only exposure to TikTok is people sharing them on other social media. So I'm just looking to follow up on another Massage, and there isn't one. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be doing any dances on TikTok, but I might do my short cocktail videos on TikTok. Okay, that's all good in the hood. Okay, so I'm gonna wind things up here. As much as I could keep going, because it's not like I have a lot of pressure on me at work tomorrow, but I'm just going to be a good boy and go to bed, because tomorrow night could be a whole other thing. Tomorrow night could be all over the shop. I could be fucking double or triple smithed tomorrow night. It's a very real possibility. I definitely managed to get myself Tim Smithed tonight. Tomorrow night is anyone's guess. I could be double or triple Tim Smith tomorrow night. So watch out. Certainly won't be driving anywhere, much less in a new luxury vehicle. Not even in my 5-year-old vehicle, because driving when you're drunk is a fucking dick move. But then again, Tim Smith's a fucking dick, so that's why he did it. Oh, Musical Aviator flying tomorrow night. Fun. Enjoy that. 2,500 feet over Avalon. That's fucking excellent. Enjoy. Oh, God, now I've got the hiccups. I should go, because I've got weird hiccups that I need to try and get rid of before bedtime. So you all take care. If you're around tomorrow night, I will see you then. Yeah, the 4G might or 5G might not work at that altitude, Musical Aviator. But everyone else, take care. Look after yourself. I'll catch you again sometime. But I'm going to go to bed. So bye for now.